let's talk about these LSU running backs a little bit more. And this is something that I found interesting to kind of personify this topic. I'm calling LSU's running backs the snack drawer. Okay, and here's why. You go into your kitchen, you pull out the drawer. What do you got in there? Maybe you got some trail mix. Maybe you got some chips, some cookies, some Oreos, whatever it may be. A lot of different options, all right? You can't have all of them because you're going to get full and you're going to feel pretty bad after eating all of those snacks. But you can have one or two. And that's the theme for the LSU running back room this year. Brian Kelly and the offensive coordinator, the offensive staff, they got to pick a couple of guys, one or two, maybe three, and go with them. Pick a snack or two, some popcorn, some Cheetos, whatever. Don't eat the whole snack drawer. Don't use the entire running back room because you don't need to do that. Pick one or two running backs, roll them, stick with them. Noah Cain and Josh Williams might be the top two. They were on the Doak Award watch list released yesterday, given to the nation's best running back. Williams was the bell cow last year. At times, it seemed. Over 500 yards. LSU's number 2 rusher behind Jaden Daniels. 97 carries. He had 6 touchdowns. And he was a good receiver, too. 21 receptions for over 100 yards. There were games where he was the guy. You get 14 carries, 15 carries, 16 carries. But it wasn't consistent. Then you have Noah Cain, who seemed like the starting running back in the bowl game against Purdue, and he had a pretty solid season too, transferring in from Penn State. He had 76 carries, 400 yards, 10 touchdowns, 4 double-digit carry games. So those might be your top two, but we've already talked about this guy too, Logan Diggs. You got him in the equation as well. 4-star transfer running back from Notre Dame, where he played under Brian Kelly for a year, and in 2 seasons went over 1,000 yards and for 7 touchdowns. Right now, based on Phil Steele's preseason magazine, a guy that talks to Coach Kelly before he publishes it, Logan Diggs, the listed starter. He might be your starter. But then you've got more names. It just goes on and on. You reach to the back of the drawer. You got more snacks that have been sitting there for a long time. And in this case, they have been there for a long time. John Emery, he's been here forever. Former 5-star recruit. Of course, missed a whole season because of some academic problems. But he's back, and he was back last year. He had 8 games where he had 5 or more carries. He was kind of a consistent secondary running back, right? And he went for 76 carries, 375 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Pretty good numbers, but he was brought here to be that lead back, and he's got that 5-star pedigree. He's just in the room, too. And to cap it all off, you've got Armani Goodwin as well, who hasn't played a game since Arkansas November 12th, but had an awesome game against Mississippi State where he had 9 carries for 76 yards and a touchdown, a long touchdown, and even he got about 50 carries for about 300 yards. So how many names was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names. One guy can carry the football at a time. You can't give all 6 of these guys carries. It can't be, all right, Emery, you get a drive here. Goodwin, you get the next drive. Williams, you get the next. No, it can't be like that. And it's too bad because you want to give all these guys chances. They've stayed at LSU. They've been committed to the school. But you just can't bring a guy in off the bench cold and hand him the ball in the 3rd quarter when he's been sitting on the sideline all game. So find your guys in camp. Find a Josh Williams. Go with him. Noah Cain, Logan Diggs, fine. Pick your top 2, pick your top 3, and you just got to go with them. Whoever fits into the offense best, whoever's going to win you football games. But this can't be an experiment. It's national championship or bust this year. So pick your top 2, top 3 running backs and go with them. If the other guys don't like that, they can hit the transfer portal. They can portal out of here. It's too bad, but that just is what it is. If I'm being honest, some of these guys should have left already. There's just no room. There's not enough carries. This is, you're coming home with 10 chicken nuggets and you got 5 kids to feed. It's not going to work. People are going to be left hungry. They got to transfer out. And if they do that, you gave them every opportunity. They had a chance here in fall camp to win an RB1, RB2, RB3 job. They didn't do it. So, unfortunately, that's just how it's going to go. Now, you've also got some true freshmen, Caleb Jackson, Trey Holly. Jacques and I just talked about it. They're not going to play this year. I mean, they're very talented guys. Jackson from Liberty Magnet locally, and Holly, a big dude, has the build to be a good college back. They're going to redshirt, though. They might play 4 games, and they're allowed to do that and retain their redshirt. That's probably about it, though. So, look, you've got a drawer full of snacks in the running back room. You can't eat all the snacks. You can have 1 or 2. And that's what Brian Kelly and company need to do this fall. Pick 1, pick 2, maybe 3, and just go. Rotate them, run them, roll them. If you find one, you find your alpha dog, great. But that's something that I want to see from this offense this upcoming season. Because Jaden Daniels can't do it himself. He did it all himself last year. He was the leading rusher on the team. He gained over 1,100 yards. That's not sack adjusted. Because that doesn't really, when you're going for a 10-yard scramble to move the chains on third down, that's 10 yards. I don't care about the sack yardage. That just happens. Funny enough, last year, real quick here, was LSU's best running year since 2017. They averaged 184 yards per game. But I want more of the load taken off of Daniel's shoulders. You've got the backs to do it. Now find your top three. Please.